Geno Smith should very much be in the MVP conversation.
Whoa.
Damn.
Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off. We are one game away from Week 8 being in the books, and we're making a little change today. Matan's going to be in it
Hey
again.
guys, how are
Hey,
we?
welcome.
Adam, I wanted to talk about your Dolphins.
Yes, I did too. Tua's playing like a top 10 quarterback this year.
He is. Yeah, he's for sure.
First in passer rating, first in QBR, sixth in passing touchdowns, seventh in yards per attempt. Like, dude missed 3 games. The Miami Dolphins are 5-0 when Tua starts and finishes games. Put some fucking respect on that guy's name.
I was like 5-1 technically because he started that game against Cincy.
Okay, but there was also a drop touchdown by Chase Edmonds. It was a different game in that first half. All I'm going to say is the Miami Dolphins are a different team with Tua, and he had his best game against the Lions in a Dolphins uniform.
It goes to show, I feel like it shows you the Giants and Dolphins' success this year has kind of showed you that if you have a coach that's bought into your quarterback, who others might not really believe in, if he buys into that and figures out some kind of offensive system for him, they can thrive.
You know what I also love? We talked about like Alabama quarterbacks not being able to thrive. 2 Alabama quarterbacks are f***ing fantastic this year in Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa. F*** Mac Jones.
And then you have Mac Jones.
Hey,
Mac Jones is the worst out of the 3. Is Mac Jones the worst out of the Alabama quarterbacks and Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Mac Jones right now?
Yeah, by a lot.
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
That's not even a hot question.
The fact that you said
well,
it,
like that's the very.
I mean, that's pretty easy to do when your quarterback's playing like Mac Jones. It's pretty easy to outplay him.
Last year
Big
it was Mac Jones.
But Tua's playing great.
Thank you.
But it's like the guy who, like you mentioned, the passer rating and number 1 in passer rating and what else?
Other
QBR.
some stats.
QBR, like all that cool stuff. That's efficiency, right? At the end of the day, that's what it's not how explosive you are. It's not how you can take the top off the defense and stuff like that. And I think when we evaluate elite quarterbacks, and some of those quarterbacks are at the top of the pack, Tua's never going to be there. And if I'm a head coach or if I'm a fan of a football team that wants to win, like let's be real. As a fan of a football team, yeah, you want to see your team win games, but you really want to see your team win a Super Bowl. That's why I worry as a Giants fan, even with the Giants winning these games, is I don't think Daniel Jones is going to take you over the top because he doesn't have the ability. He doesn't have that game-changing ability. Neither does Tua. So if I'm a Dolphins fan, I'm not too excited about what Tua's doing because I saw him yesterday, and we talked about this before we even came out here. He winded up like he was about to throw a 90-yard touchdown pass, and it went like 16 yards.
Look, but I also said, too, and what I came back to is anything between 5 and 30 yards, I think is going to be on a fucking rope.
Right.
Anything beyond 30 yards, it's going to
But you know in the playoffs
nothing
when you have Aaron
impressive.
Donald chasing you and you got a receiver streaking down the field and you got to go throw that thing deep,
I agree with you.
Tua's not going to get that to you, and those are the type of games or type of plays that change the outcome of a game.
But what made
Which Joe Burrow can do.
But what made Drew Brees the elite quarterback?
Drew Brees was awesome.
What made
Drew Brees had great arm strength.
accuracy?
Good at, like,
He had great arm strength.
Was Drew Brees one of the most accurate quarterbacks in NFL history?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's Tua's superpower. So I don't need you at
But
the
he
end of
also
the day.
had arms. Drew Brees was a complete quarterback. Tua is not.
Again, I'm not mad about that. What I'm just trying to say to you is I could win with that. I saw Jimmy Garoppolo take the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
And
I
they
think
didn't win,
though. They didn't win the Super
Again,
Bowl.
and Tua's a far more accurate quarterback than Jimmy G is.
Not-
And it's in year 3, I'm seeing Tua actually begin to put together things that you wanted to see him learn in the NFL. This quarterback at Alabama,
Sure.
we didn't believe was there anymore. We believed that the hip injury took him out. We believed we wanted to say he was trash, he was a bust, all these things. Out of the 4 quarterbacks from that draft, he may not be the best, but out of the 4, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, and Jalen Hurts, he's got the best winning percentage. So all I'm saying is he's a winner. So let's just be patient with how far he could take that the skill sets that he possesses. Let's just not say he's never going to be a fucking elite quarterback. We don't know. We don't know.
All right.
But put some respect on his name, and now I'm fired up. Go get a shirt.
The
Game Day
question
Shop.
was about the Dolphins wide receivers. So, like, which duo today? Are there any wide receiver duos today that you would take over the Dolphins wide receiver duo in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle?
Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
You still take them
Jamar
over?
and T is the only one that I might, but I would still take the Dolphins over them.
What about Justin Jefferson and Thielen?
And I've been saying that.
I wouldn't. A
You
younger
would take
Thielen.
Jefferson and Thielen over?
Well, I'm thinking I'm nodding because that's how I process my thoughts. I nod. You know, I can't go sideways. I got to go up and down when I think, bro. I think it's really close because I think Justin Jefferson by himself might be better than all of those guys. And I think Adam Thielen is the best white boy.
Thielen is leaps and bounds shittier than Jalen Waddle.
Adam Thielen
It's
is
not even fucking
such a good
close.
route. But I think
don't
in terms
know,
of what he's asked to do, Adam Thielen does his job just as good as anyone else.
What about
Does their
Velus
job.
Jones Jr. and Equinemius St. Brown?
They're up there, bro. Velus Jones Jr., he's fast as shit. He was running them in the rounds yesterday against the Cowboys. He looked pretty good.
So are there any other duos you
No,
would take over Tyreek and Jalen Waddle?
No, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are by far the best wide receiver duo right now in the NFL. I'm not going to take Jamar and T over them.
But let me propose something to you.
I'm not going to take
You guys can rewind a few weeks, too, when I was saying that.
He did say it. Week 1, he said it. Week
Yeah.
1, he said it.
No, it's not a bad take, but let me propose something to you real quick. Full health, full strength, with a good quarterback that's not going through a divorce. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Yeah, wow.
I'm not even that mad about it. But
Could
I think they, in terms of Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin probably complement each other the best out of them with a healthy, sane Tom Brady.
Non-divorced.
You know,
Tom Brady.
you have Evans who could take the top off. Obviously, he's slower. We've always talked about this. But someone that has just been the most consistent wide receiver.
In the end zone, he's going to pull down that ball.
And then Chris Godwin, in terms of being able to be a route runner,
Yeah.
T. Higgins and Jamar, Jamar is an alpha. If I could plug and play any of those 6 wide receivers there, Jamar Chase and Tyreek Hill would by far be in the conversation of the greatest duos in NFL history.
Sure.
Officially, because of the way they could complement each other.
Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson.
Nah, but Allen's starting to come in.
Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis.
Hell no.
Dude, Gabe
Cole
Davis.
I'm just thinking of
crazy.
other.
Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf.
Yeah,
There's
there's
some talk,
really
some
good
whisper.
ones.
They've been playing well.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of others.
I just think right now it's not close because there's production to back up how well they're performing. I mean, you said it in week 1. It's not really. You even said it when we were talking about what to do.
Hey,
today.
if there was a good quarterback on the Jets, Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson would be filthy.
Yeah, but I don't
but they're
know
not
about
there.
that.
They're neither of those guys have produced enough to show us that they could be even a number one guy in their team. So.
Right now.
Outside of, but also if you want to go down that route, outside
We'll get there.
yeah, we'll get
to the Jets. We're going to
Elijah
talk
Moore.
to the Jets.
But no, I think Tyreek
later.
Hill and Jalen Waddle by far are the best receiving duo in the entire NFL right now. It's not even that close. And if you want a Tyreek Hill shirt or a Jalen Waddle shirt, go to the GameDay.shop. You can get one like this.
Damn right. Jack, let's move on to your team for a second.
No more
Jack's been
Dolphins.
quiet.
Jack
Dolphins.
has been quiet.
First of all, I'm tired, and second of all, when you start talking Dolphins for too long, I just zone out. I'm like, bro, who cares this much about the
Can we
Dolphins?
say one thing though? Can we say one thing? We all got a win yesterday.
All of our teams are
No.
good. Except, y'all had to come back.
You've been winning, all right, bro. I don't want to hear.
y'all had to come back down from 27-7 against the
Hey,
Lions. It's so
Giants,
sad,
the
but
Giants
Go
look like
Cowboys.
themselves
Go
yesterday.
fucking Niners.
All right.
I didn't want to smack
But
them
Jack,
back.
I do want to talk about your team for a second because Christian McCaffrey was proving yesterday that he might be the best running back in football.
you can either say that Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in football, but I want to go a little bit of a different step and say that Christian McCaffrey is the best weapon in the NFL.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best player, but the best weapon.
Well, we haven't
you can
seen
use
Micah
him
Parsons
so many
in the
ways.
backfield. If we saw Micah Parsons,
If Micah Parsons
Put
played
that boy in
offense,
the
my
fullback.
God.
Oh my god.
He'd be a right. That boy was a
he would be
4-3.
a disgusting tight end.
Yeah,
Like,
he would.
bro,
He would be
Tight end-
good at anything,
tight
but
end,
he's
running back.
built like a tight end. He's just like, how tall is he? 6'6"? Like,
No, he's 6'6".
He's like
Christian
6'3".
McCaffrey.
no way.
Micah Parsons only 6'1".
Is he actually only 6'1"?
Yeah.
That is
so.
insane.
I thought he was taller. He just looks
Linebackers
bigger.
aren't tall like that.
I know, but
bro.
he plays so fucking big. That's
Yeah.
He just
insane
looks
to me.
big on the
When
field.
he's running
Anyway.
yesterday into the end zone. Okay, sorry.
We
I
didn't
want
mean
to
to
talk
bring
about
this back to the
Christian
Cowboys. Why are we talking
Yeah, I
Cowboys?
agree. Let's
No,
talk
he's
about-
6'3". Micah Parsons is
Okay,
6'3".
that's pretty good size.
Yeah, it's
But
cool.
He's a big boy.
He's built
Yeah.
like
He's big.
Thomas the Train
he's
or
such a
something.
big
You
boy.
know, he's fucking huge. I'll agree with you though on that. Like Christian McCaffrey, I don't. At least there's not many weapons that comes to mind when I'm thinking what do I want in someone that can be just a multifaceted
just an
player.
absolute game breaker, game changing.
Tyreek Hill is one. We just
Tyreek
talked
Hill,
about.
he's one. Debo is one too because of the way
Debo
you
is
can use
one.
him.
And Dean on the same team. That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
know,
Christian
that's
McCaffrey is just
disgusting.
you. Look, who'd you say backed up? Who's backing up Jimmy Garoppolo?
Brock
Right
Purdy?
now, big cock Brock Purdy.
Big cock Brock Purdy.
Brock
Let's
Purdy.
put Christian McCaffrey back there if
Yo,
Jimmy
That
G
was a
goes down.
dot. That
It was
was
a
a
dot.
dime.
Agreed.
Right
That
in
was
the
a
bread
perfect
basket.
That was
that you
nice.
brought
It was
up.
that
Oh my
25 yards,
lord.
bro?
Oh my lord!
It's like 30, 35, I think.
You got Lamar
yeah.
Jackson, dual threat, Jalen Hurts, little read option. F it. Give me CMC, read option with Debo Samuel.
He could be a
Oh
good quarterback,
my.
probably.
I kind of agree with you. I think Christian McCaffrey is the best weapon in the NFL. I think that's,
I'm so pumped to see because it sucks because the Niners did what they did yesterday without Debo Samuel, which is
Yeah.
crazy to me. So imagine once those two are on the same team, because it's really obvious that McCaffrey already knows the playbook pretty well, and they have a bunch of packages for him. Once they get the Debo / Juszczyk / McCaffrey / Kittle, Ayuk, that whole oh my god.
You want to know what I think is also crazy about
That
Christian
whole
McCaffrey? Yesterday, and I think it goes to why he's the best weapon in the NFL. He outscored Derek Carr yesterday.
As a
Not that-
thrower?
As a thrower.
yeah.
Okay, let me rephrase. As a passer, he outscored Derek Carr. Not that hard to do with the way the Raiders are playing, but still incredibly
Yeah,
impressive.
sure.
As a rusher, he outproduced Jonathan Taylor, who many have said is better than CMC. And
Went above
I'll
him in
give
every
you
fantasy
I'll
draft.
give Felipe every credit, who has said CMC is still the best running back and has consistently been on that. And then
true.
as a receiver, Christian McCaffrey outscored Justin Jefferson. So I want to ask another question. If Christian McCaffrey was not a running back and was just a wide receiver, where would he rank amongst the best wide receivers in the NFL right now?
That's hard to say because he catches passes a lot of time from the backfield.
Yeah.
But dude, he's so fucking shifty. If you put him in the slot to run routes.
Yeah, forget the swing routes and the screen passes and the stuff that's
quick
designed
he
for him to get in space. Him as a route runner would be a top 10 player. Like he'd be a top 10 receiver. I don't even
The way
have
he
any questions about
moves and
that.
cuts and everything, and you saw him go up and get that ball in the end zone
Oh
too
my.
yesterday.
What I always remember is that one game the Panthers were playing the Jaguars, probably the ugliest
I
matchup
hate
ever.
the way you say Jaguars.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
He's
Jack-
not alone.
It's
in
probably
saying that.
I
By
know.
the
It's
way.
probably how we say it in Texas. Shout out
Yeah,
Texas.
I've heard lots of people say that, especially
It's like
Texas.
JAG wires. Like that's
Oh,
what it is.
Ben.
Oh, Ben. Ben's
many
got a
times?
parlay. The game day's
Felipe
5-leg parlay
mentions
over
Texas
yeah.
over 5.
I did not mention Texas four
Yo.
times already, bro.
He's been
You've
counting.
You've mentioned it 4 times. Oh, but did I say 2 is elite?
I think it's throughout the day. I think it's throughout the day, so it could have been before the record also.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's so funny.
Felipe over 5 times bench.
Right
in
now,
Texas
for
is
just
a
the
lot.
listeners right now, Ben, his costume is a live parlay that he's checking off. Here, let me show the camera.
Oh my God.
But basically, for just you listeners, it's
don't
got a
think you can
bunch
see
of
it.
things. It's a 5-leg parlay. Let me show this camera.
Here, I'll hold it. You
Yeah.
5-leg parlay.
And basically, one of the options is Felipe mentions Texas over 5 times at plus 185.
That's
right now
free
we're
money.
at a 4 times.
I thought that was the first time I
Oh
mentioned
my
it.
It's
God.
four times. It's 10:24 in the morning.
This is too
That's
funny.
just
We got
routine,
a bunch
bro.
of bets going on live caps off parlay.
Adam says 2 is elite or a Dolphin sound at plus 120.
Well,
Hasn't
that
happened
already-
yet, but that's.
Did you not say elite?
I thought I said top 10.
You did not say the word elite.
Over 5 games of 5s. Okay, we like to play a game of like mini hoops
I like
basketball.
Jax is coming any second now though.
Oh, it's about to come, Ben. You're gonna cash that one in very quickly.
And then Jack's parlay to hit is that he says the Niners are Super Bowl
All
contenders.
right, so wait. So let
right,
Felipe finish
so-
his thought,
so-
and
What
then
were we
we'll
talking
move
about
on.
again?
So Christian McCaffrey has a route runner, right?
Okay.
Christian
So
McCaffrey.
the Panthers were playing the Jaguars,
Jaguars.
the Jaggies,
Yeah, there you go.
And-
The Jags.
and Christian McCaffrey moved out to the slot, and they put Miles Jack, who used to be a running back at UCLA, played linebacker, so one of the most athletic linebackers in the league, on him. And he just hit him with a little slant, but first like a little outbreak, and then kept cutting back in and left Miles Jack in the dust. And it just showed you how elusive and just how good of a route runner he is, how quick out of his breaks he is, how bursty he is. And it was just like, that showed me, I mean, that dude could be a receiver right now. Because, like, we see that all the time with Justin Jefferson, and it's like you get those, like, high school coaches on Twitter, like, oh, this is how you should run a route. Christian McCaffrey does that every single time he steps at receiver. So
I want them to start using him like they use Debo. Obviously, Debo's listed at receiver. They use him as a running back, but they should start doing the same thing with Christian McCaffrey, lining him up as a running back, and then
I guarantee
and
you,
then
'cause
use him as a receiver.
I was
more
like, I
frequently.
guarantee you they do end up doing that because the 49ers more than any other team run a ton of motions and trying to confuse the defense. So I guarantee you see some weird motion where you get Debo coming to the backfield and then Christian McCaffrey splits out wide, just really f***s with
So
them.
here's what else I'm
Wait,
thinking
I
about
I found something also on that.
Every
on
time
what?
you try to change the subject, Adam's like, oh, but
Adam's
wait.
always chiming in here.
Well, I just
likes
looked
to
up.
speak.
I wanted to look up receiving grades for this year, and Christian McCaffrey, if you just looked at him as a receiver on PFF, would currently be a top 5 wide receiver in terms
Damn,
of,
are you serious?
in terms of wide receiver grades. Now it's tough because he's less the route tree's a little bit smaller. Obviously, like you said, he's coming out of the backfield. But if we're just looking at pure receiving grades, Christian McCaffrey's a top 5 wide receiver right now.
Who's above him?
You got
you're gonna have like Velus Jones or something.
actually, excuse me, he's 4 at AJ Brown's 84.4, and Christian McCaffrey was, I gotta hit the back button, but I believe it was 84.5. Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, and Stephon Diggs.
Okay, wow, that's company
Damn.
right there.
So that's a
So
legit
Christian McCaffrey
grade
is
then.
in
Like,
the top
It's
5.
not. That's not some niche category. Then it's like the elite. That's
Okay, so
fucking
it's safe to
crazy.
say if Christian McCaffrey played wide receiver, he'd be a top 5 receiver.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
that is why.
Felipe said top 10. Felipe said top 10.
And that is why
the numbers
the 49ers, check it off, Ben, are the biggest Super Bowl contenders in the NFC. I think they are. They should be the NFC.
That's absolutely dumb to say that when you have a team that literally hasn't lost in 2022.
Yeah, but you also off-screen said that the Cowboys are better than the Eagles.
I do think that.
Well, let's talk about
won
this for a
head-to-head?
second. Let's talk about this for a second. Is who, at this point, now that the 49ers have Christian McCaffrey, are they the best team in the NFC? And if not, who is?
It's a three-legged race. It's them, the Cowboys, and the Eagles. I don't think any other teams are that close right now. I know the Seahawks look legit. I know the Niners. It's always about the Niners in my head. I know the Giants look very good right now. I just don't. I'm not as sold on those two teams based off of because what we've seen with the Eagles, Niners, and Cowboys. I think they can be much more dominant than those other teams.
I think the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the 49ers are all fantastic right now. The reason I'm going to say the 49ers are the scariest team in the NFC, though, right now, is the amount of injuries that have happened to that team, and they've shown that without Deebo Samuel against the Rams, they were f***ing electric.
Without Eric Armstead,
doesn't matter.
without
Blow.
It doesn't
The
matter.
Niners lost to the Bears.
It doesn't
The Niners lost to the Falcons. It does matter because you're talking about how they beat the Rams. Well, the Cowboys killed the Bears. Nobody cares because the Bears fucking suck.
Bro, I don't care what happened in week 1, week 2, week 3. What I care about is down the stretch who is going to be the best team. And right now, while I'm saying I'm the biggest, the most afraid of the 49ers is the amount of injuries. And if that team can start to get healthy and Jimmy G can play above average football like he did yesterday against the Rams, you as a Cowboys fan better be afraid.
I'm going to point back at you.
Please do.
Because what you're doing is a dangerous game right now. Let me tell you why. Eagles fans are annoying as shit, right? Eagles fans fucking suck. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, we got another parlay, another prop there.
Wait, what are you saying?
Eagles fans fucking suck. They don't need more ammunition. Their team is undefeated, and they're getting slept on. That's scary.
Yes,
the Eagles are getting slept on as a 7-0 team.
Yes. No, the Eagles are fantastic.
That is so scary, and it's people like you. I'm trying to give them their credit because I don't want the smoke. I don't want the smoke, bro.
Look at Olivia.
I really don't want the smoke. But it's people like you who are going to make the Eagles make a scary-ass run in the playoffs.
I'm just saying,
let's just hype them up. Let's just give them their credit.
The Eagles, 7-0, mazel fucking tov. However, the 49ers haven't been oh, my God.
Oh, my Gio. Jesus.
Yo, this dude.
Gio's got the Nacho Libre mask on.
The 49ers haven't been healthy. And they're going to start getting healthy. The Cowboys, who are still, without Tyron Smith, who will come back in December, are going to start getting healthy. And the Eagles have had the easiest schedule. Now, I'm just saying, 7-0, credit to them. They are the best team in the NFL right now. They rightfully deserve that honor. The back half of the NFL season is coming. And if this 49ers team begins to get healthy, like they seem to do every single year, if the Cowboys begin to get healthy and we finally are seeing them play, if they want to give more snaps to Tony Pollard, I would love that. I'm just saying, like, the NFC, those three teams are those are dragons. Those are lethal animals right now.
Yeah.
The top half, can I just propose? The top half of the NFC is far better than the top half of the AFC.
Because you have Bills Chiefs there in the AFC.
Because in the
Bills
AFC,
Chiefs,
disagree.
And then who's after Bills Chiefs?
Exactly. No, I agree. The top two,
The top two versus these top three.
Okay, the top three of the NFC, top three of the AFC, it's the NFC maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
I still think the Bills and the Chiefs
top
are
two
better.
of the AFC are so strong.
So wait, all right, rank these NFC contenders then. You go Eagles, Niners, and Cowboys. How would you rank those three?
I'm gonna go right now because the Eagles are undefeated. I can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
He's so afraid of the Eagles fans.
I ain't hold on, don't get it twisted. I'm not afraid of Eagles.
You said earlier before we recording you think the Cowboys are better than the Eagles, so let's just say it.
They are with Dak Prescott.
Okay,
but I give a team that has won their credit. The Eagles haven't lost yet, so I'll go Eagles, Cowboys, Niners. The Niners have had some bad losses, some real bad losses. The Cowboys had a bad loss week 1 and have gone up since then with the backup quarterback. Now Dak is finally getting hot, so you got to give Dak and the Cowboys their credit. And then the Niners look good too, but like I said, a couple bad losses.
I'm going to say Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys, because what the 49ers did against the Rams without Debo and Juszczyk was lethal.
Well, the Rams fucking suck.
It doesn't matter. Like, and
you
blew out the Bears who fucking suck too. Like, win your fucking games.
I didn't say shit about beating the Bears though. That's the difference.
That's fair.
Okay.
I just think I think with the Eagles, like if the Eagles make a trade for like a Kareem Hunt, like a power back that can complement Miles Sanders Miles Sanders is not the guy for me personally. And with that offensive line, the way the secondary is playing, God, shout out Philadelphia. And shout out to all you guys.
All right, you know who also deserves a shout out after this week? There were really high expectations on the New York Jets, so I want to talk about. I think Zach Wilson might be the worst quarterback in football, but I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Don't think.
You think he is?
I think he's the worst quarterback.
I don't
right
think he's the worst. There's a few very, very bad ones, and he is very bad. But I don't think he's like.
Well,
I don't know. I'm curious.
Think of a
'cause, like,
starting quarterback that's worse than him right now. Granted, he put up all right numbers, but he looked terrible. Like the 3 interceptions he threw were disgusting.
They were horrific.
Super easily avoidable, and he basically it just looked like he was aiming for the defenders each time.
At least the guy though, man. You know, like, if you're gonna be good at something, at least he's got that. That's a good thing to be good
Is
at.
Taylor Heineke better than him?
now. Yeah, he led the
Heineke
Commanders to a
better.
comeback.
I like
Yeah.
Heineke better.
Like
Is Davis
Baker-
Mills better than him?
I don't know.
No,
They're both
no.
bad.
Davis Mills is the only quarterback in the NFL that's starting quarterback in the NFL that's worse than Zach.
See?
But who has better weapons?
Zach.
And he's in that conversation of playing worse. I just think with Zach Wilson, like Elijah Moore, they asked Elijah Moore in the press conference, like, what's your chemistry like with Zach Wilson? He's like, I don't know. I don't get the ball. You know what he should have said?
That sucked, yeah.
Ask Jason McCourty. Or Devin McCourty, whichever McCourty
They
twin
get
it
the
is.
ball.
Because he had what, 2 INTs? He had more chemistry with Zach Wilson on Sunday than fucking Elijah Moore did. I never look, you've always said it, like the intangibles wise, and like we've seen there are plays, I'll give him credit. There are plays where like that's a Zach Wilson play. Like but there are so many more moments where it's like, what the
Dude,
did you just do?
he just panics so much anytime he gets any pressure on. It's absurd. Like I know he's got the elusivity, so maybe it's like, is it elusivity?
Elusiveness?
Elusiveness.
Good word.
But like
Is
at
elusivity
some
a word?
point,
I
I
don't
think it
think
seems
is
like
actually.
he
No,
whatever.
he said it sounded smart, but then he said elusiveness, and then I was
How
like,
did you
"That's
just say it?
elusivity."
Elusivity.
It's not a word. It's elusiveness.
Can we
It's
can we
elusive.
make it a word?
All right, so
We're going to the tape,
anyway,
and it
where I'm
is
going with
confirmed
this is
elusiveness.
Zach Wilson. He knows he's so elusive that the fact that I think whenever he gets any pressure on him, he just panics and tries to run out of the pocket, escape some guys and make something happen, and then he makes a stupid bonehead interception. He does that all the time.
He did that a lot. yesterday.
But we've seen very similarly Justin Fields in that same boat do a lot of that, and we're kind of seeing him turn the corner right now.
But they're drafted the same year, weren't they? Or was
yeah,
it,
they were.
They're
Yeah.
drafted the same
And
year,
the
and
Jets
Justin
should have
Fields
got-
looked worse earlier this year, and now he looks leaps and bounds
With
better.
far less talent.
Well, all I'm saying is if Justin Fields, because it's the same thing, running too early, not trusting his reads, he knows he has the athletic ability. It's what we've always said about athletic quarterbacks, which has kind of you kind of doubt them a little bit because you don't know if they can go through their progressions because they have that ability to run. But if Justin Fields can kind of make that switch, maybe Zach Wilson can too. But I'm the main one who's been talking about his upside and like he has the ability to make such great plays and he has the intangibles and the upside. But I mean, yesterday was horrible. I think the boneheaded plays, like those interceptions that he throws that are so bad, far outweigh what he can do. That's good. And at some point, as Adam likes to say, you have to say, what you can do. It's like give me production now, and if you can't do that, we got to go to something that's better.
Would the Jets be better off with Joe Flacco? You think?
Yes.
Yeah, but they would
With
right now.
Mike White.
Yeah.
With
They
Mike
just
White,
put
too.
Mike White as the second string guy. on the
And
depth
did
chart,
you
though.
see what Robert Saleh said after the game? They asked
What?
why'd you make Mike White active over Joe Flacco? He said at some point Mike White's a young guy. We need to see what we have in Mike White.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I think a
boy.
time
He
is
said
coming.
that?
Yeah,
A
he
time is
did.
coming
I
where
saw
Zach
that,
Wilson
too.
might lose his starting job.
All right, let's go into this though.
Sheesh.
Which of these quarterbacks do you think you would take over Zach Wilson? You ready?
All right.
Every single one right now.
Derek Carr,
Yes.
Geno Smith,
Yes.
Yeah.
Jared Goff,
Yes.
Marcus Mariota,
Hell yeah, it's
Yes.
fun to watch.
Daniel Jones,
Yes.
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence,
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Justin Fields,
Yep.
Yes.
Andy Dalton.
No,
No.
it's not
Yeah,
that hard.
It is. I'm going to take Andy Dalton right now. He's doing less mistakes over Zach Wilson.
Matt
He had-
Stafford,
Yes.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers,
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam Ellinger,
No.
No.
Taylor Heineke,
Yes.
Yes.
Jacoby Brissett,
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Davis Mills,
No.
Nope.
No.
Kenny Pickett,
No.
No.
PJ Walker.
I didn't get to
No.
answer that.
No.
I didn't get to answer
What,
that.
Kenny Pickett?
No.
No? Yeah, there you go. PJ Walker?
Yes.
No.
You're
No.
taking PJ Walker over
And
Zach
I'll tell
Wilson?
No,
you
you're
why.
not.
Oh,
I'll
I think
tell
I said yes before. No, I meant yes. We went back.
You're
yes,
taking all
I think
of them?
PJ Walker
Yeah.
over Zach Wilson.
PJ Walker needs to be taken over Zach Wilson because of what he did strictly in that Falcons game. That was he deserves a leash.
And against the Buccaneers.
And against the Buccaneers too.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm
All
saying
right.
no.
What about Mac Jones?
No, I'll take Mac.
No.
I'll take
take
Mac.
Mac.
Yeah.
Bailey Zappi.
Yes.
Yes.
Elite best quarterback in the NFL.
I'd take Zappi over him.
Cooper
Mitch
Rush.
Trubisky.
No.
Yes.
Take it,
What about Cooper Rush?
Cooper Rush.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Rush. Yeah, Rush. You take him.
Cooper Rush is on here. Jordan Love.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't
Back
no.
up in Green Bay.
No.
Nah.
Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold.
Yes, I'll
Nah,
take
nah,
Baker.
nah. We've seen
Baker?
enough
What
Baker
about-
this year, bro.
What about James?
Wait, but
Garoppolo?
hold on. Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Garoppolo.
Wait,
You gotta take Jimmy.
wait. We're off the rails right now. We're off the rails right
What?
now.
You just
If
made it
Baker-
off the rails.
Yeah, but Baker, I want to tell you.
No, Baker. Yeah, we were on Baker. No one answered.
I just think if you give
I'll
Baker
take-
the Jets' talent, it might be a different quarterback.
Yeah, I'll take Baker.
I'll take Baker as well over Zach Wilson. I'll take Darnold as well.
I will not take
Yo,
Darnold.
I don't think you can
There's
say
not
you
a
can take
world
Darnold.
that I will ever take.
We already seen
Sam
Darnold.
we already
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
Darnold
yeah.
and Jets didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Not with this talent.
That's true, but
Tom Brady.
Ooh.
Yes.
Tom Brady right now has been so bad, bro.
Yes,
he's been
obviously I'm taking
terrible.
Tom Brady over Zach Wilson.
Okay,
yeah, I'll
good.
take Tom
Good.
and
good.
Giselle.
That's kind of all I got. I just went through a whole fuck ton
Brock
of
Purdy?
Ripien.
Brett
Ripien.
Ripien.
Oh no.
Brett Ripien.
You think Zach's coming for Tom's for Giselle?
Yo,
No,
probably.
he's got a girlfriend right now.
Zach Wil- My biggest gripe with Zach Wilson at this point is like the biggest comparison has always been Aaron Rodgers. There was when they went to Green Bay, they asked his dad like, who do you watch the
Yeah.
most? And obviously he watched Aaron Rodgers. That's been his biggest comp in terms of off script ability. And I swear there are moments where I watch Zach Wilson outside the pocket where I'm like, you literally are saying to yourself you're Aaron Rodgers. You are literally saying to yourself you're Aaron Rodgers, and you make the most bonehead throws. And he has the 31st best passing grade on PFF right now, and Matt Ryan is 32nd. So I'm just saying, Zach Wilson, for me personally, like he might be right now, with the amount of talent that he has around him, the worst quarterback in the NFL. And it's unfortunate
Yes.
because the Jets finally have a good team.
But to your point, though, that he makes, there's a difference between being just not being good enough and making boneheaded plays. Boneheaded plays is just not thinking through; it's making dumb decisions.
well, he's young. He's still on his second year.
He's been doing that.
He's been doing that a lot, which is why we say he's not good. But when you think about like the Aaron Rodgers play, I want to make an Aaron Rodgers play. I want to make an Aaron Rodgers play. He can make that Aaron Rodgers play. He has the ability to. He's just making dumb decisions and making
Yeah.
bad passes because of that.
Well, you know
So,
who we.
I think it's two different things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't change the fact that he fucking sucks and he's a bottom two.
I just
quarterback.
think it's hilarious that Jets fans went into the season saying Zach Wilson is the Messiah. He's going to take us to the promised
Facts,
land.
bro.
He's the savior that
So
the Jets
early.
need.
That's
The
I
Jets
don't.
have said that time and
And you
time
wanna-
again
Yeah.
about
You wanna-
their quarterbacks.
And you want to know what's funny?
And
too?
Sam
it's
Darnold,
clearly
the
not proving-
Sanchez, like
Yeah.
It's funny too because you just said, and they did say it. He's the one that's going to take them to the promised land. That promised land is the one that's going to fuck their season up.
How so?
Because the Jets actually have a good team around
Yes.
Zach Wilson.
Yes.
The offensive line, they've had a lot of injuries, but defense looks great. Brees Hall obviously goes down, but they have talent. Elijah Moore is not getting any playing time. Maybe he sucks. I don't think he does, but Garrett Wilson's fucking real. Tyler Conklin's not a bad tight end.
Yeah.
Like,
Tyler
they
Conklin
have,
had a great fantasy day this week.
yeah. So
Fantasy.
it's just like the blame is going to go to Zach right now because
Yeah.
he's losing them games, and Mike White's
It
going to
should,
come in.
though.
If Mike White comes in and wins a game with the Jets and
That's
does,
dangerous.
Zach Wilson's not coming back from that.
Yeah.
So
He's going to lose his job.
Zach Wilson's playing a very dangerous game, and it's worrisome.
That's okay though, because the skill set's on his side, right? Like when the Cardinals drafted, what's his name that Kyler replaced?
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen. He just didn't look like a quarterback. So it's like when he lost his job there to Kyler, even though he was a second-year player, you knew.
Yeah, but
like,
Josh
it was-
never had it out of UCLA.
That's what I'm saying. So like you knew like he was never gonna, but he was still a top 10 pick. But so you knew he wasn't gonna like get another real shot in the NFL. But I think Zach Wilson, let's say if it doesn't pan out with the Jets, a lot of teams are gonna be salivating over him, over what they can do with him.
Yeah,
Facts.
definitely.
But what was Josh Rosen at UCLA? What was Zach Wilson at BYU?
Yeah, but Zach Wilson, the prospect of Zach Wilson coming into the league was Josh Rosen never got comparisons to these elite quarterbacks. Zach Wilson did.
Maybe it was unfair. Can we talk
Maybe.
about Geno and the
Sure.
Seahawks in some capacity?
Sure, I hate them now. 'cause
Yeah,
They put me
Geno's a
into
top 10
depression.
quarterback.
Geno looks.
Wait. What'd
Can
you
we?
say?
I do want to. Wait.
What?
Yeah, he said Geno was a top 10.
Geno Smith is a top 10 quarterback right now.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. It's not like I'm making
Yeah.
like a crazy
It caught
preposterous
me off
statement.
guard,
did.
but it is right.
Dude, so many throws that he made yesterday. I was like, how the f- is Geno Smith
He just
doing
looks
this?
so smooth that even if he's
Yeah.
making incompletions, like his guys were dropping balls yesterday, and he just puts it perfectly. Like even if it's a fucking 10-yard slant, like just across the field, middle of the field, he just is going through the progressions perfectly. He makes it, puts it accurately. Like he just looks good.
Looks like a video
crazy.
game when he plays.
He looks easy too.
It's crazy.
And my favorite part about it is Tyler Lockett in the post-game press conference. Like, this is what happens when you don't have someone selfish at the helm. That was a full-on
Mark
subtweet at
Sanchez
Russell Wilson.
was announcing the game yesterday, and I just thought that was funny because I'm pretty sure Geno took a starting job on the Jets.
He did.
Oh, he
Is
did,
it
yeah.
time? Is it time to say too that Geno Smith should very much be in the MVP conversation?
Whoa.
Damn.
We're halfway through the year, basically.
They need
Oh,
to win.
no.
They need to win more. Like they're 500 now, right? Like they need to win more.
But dude, I think
Although-
it's time.
oh no,
that
they're
he
above
gets-
500. I
Yeah.
think they're 5-3.
No,
Who's
it's not a bad point.
like? I think it should be Mahomes, Allen, and Geno Smith right now in the MVP.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh my
and Jalen Hurts and Jalen Hurts.
I did see something though that
No.
if you flip, hold it, if you flip
Mr.
Geno
Statistic.
Smith and Russell Wilson right now, and Russell Wilson was putting up these kinds of numbers in Seattle, Russell Wilson would be in the MVP conversation.
Exactly,
Because it's just the
exactly.
name. It's like, what does Russell Wilson come with? It comes with like the years of him and Pete Carroll, like that
He's
whole
a
thing.
Super Bowl ring. and
Super
he's
Bowl
been the
ring.
guy that's never won an MVP. and
Exactly.
it's like, oh,
But Geno Smith, on the other hand, is a journeyman quarterback who's finally starting to get it together. And just because of that, like, we don't want to put him out there on that limb and say MVP candidate, but he really is playing like it.
He just like kind of dissect. Like the Giants defense played really well yesterday for almost the entire
Yeah, 'cause they're
game.
good, yeah.
And then down the stretch, he just put together two, or really it was
Awesome
just
drive,
one
yeah.
awesome drive. He was like 5 for 5, and then threw the touchdown to Tyler Lockett, and he was just dominant. And then they got lucky a little bit.
And here's the
Giants
difference between
fumbled,
Geno
but-
Smith, and I'll let you jump in a second. Geno Smith and Tom Brady, when Tyler Lockett made that drop, right? Like easy touchdown, dropped it in the breadbasket,
I know where you're
hit
going
him,
with
hit him in a face mask, and dropped it. Geno went to Tyler Lockett on the sideline, talked to him. It's all good. Pick it up. You know what I mean? Like, you're still that guy. You're still that receiver that
What
has
happened-
made multiple Pro
yeah.
Bowls or whatever. On the other hand, well,
What
what
did
happened
Tom
after that?
Brady
Tyler
do?
Lockett, again,
I would say
Geno
a
puts it
couple
on the
plays
money.
after, yeah.
Touchdown. Tyler Lockett catches it, brings it in. Obviously, the Seahawks go and win. On the other hand, Tom Brady, when a receiver drops the ball, I'm pretty sure he's not going over to him right now and
Bro, you
giving
s-
him words
he's
of
not talking
encouragement.
to
You
him.
see him
If he is, he's
screaming
yelling.
to nowhere. He just gets
yeah.
fucking pissed
He's either
off,
yelling
and
at
he's
him-
screaming.
Or that's it. He gives him the silent treatment, and he's not going to look his way anymore.
Yeah.
It's just two different attitudes, right? Aaron Rodgers, too. Different attitude. It's not how you win games.
We said it last week or 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Like, that's the biggest thing that's standing out to me in the 2022 NFL season. It's teams that actually are buying in,
Yeah.
quarterbacks are being a leader, and then you have these vet quarterbacks like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers who and yes, they are an upper echelon and above everyone else because of their play, and they rightfully deserve to say these things. However, to be a leader in this day and age, you need to go up to that wide receiver and say, yo, I'm coming right back at you. You're going to be okay. Let's keep it going. Aaron Rodgers is going to yell at you right now. That's what it looks like. He's going to say shit to you. He's going to talk shit.
Tom
Tom
Brady's
Brady's
gonna yell at you.
throwing fucking, God forbid, an
tantrums.
iPad breaks. Like, the
man.
amount of Apple Care Plus they fucking need
Nah,
just
bro,
It's Microsoft Surface.
Microsoft
Come on.
Plus.
Yeah,
Come on,
chill
give them
out,
their
bro. Just because you're an
flowers.
Apple whore doesn't mean the NFL
I am
is
an
too.
Apple. But I want to go. So yeah, I just think when you look at Tom Brady and Geno Smith, they're two polar opposites, and there's a reason one's winning and one's losing. Yes, talent's different, health's different, but people want to play with that quarterback, and people don't want to play with
What
Tom
has
Brady.
this world come to that we're
It's
comparing
insane.
Geno Smith to Tom
But
Brady?
it's a different NFL.
Nah, Tom
league.
Brady
I know
doesn't-
this season is so weird.
Tom Brady
bro.
doesn't deserve to be compared
I
to
know,
Geno
it's
Smith right
insane.
now. At the end of the day.
Can I go back to your MVP thing? And I think you said it, Felipe. It's by far the best point, which is like everyone in this MVP conversation is a big name.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Tom Brady, Kirk Cousins, Kyler, Derek Carr, Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Then you got Geno Smith. Geno Smith
Wait,
killing
below Brady and Rodgers?
Wait, is that the
was-
odds?
that
for
is
MVP?
the odds.
That was the odds for MVP right
No
now.
way.
Yo.
He's that low.
Wait.
In order.
And
That
they
was
try to
in
tell
order.
us there's no fucking bias. Get the fuck
How
out
the
of
fuck
here,
is
dude.
Tom Brady and Rodgers over him?
The MVP.
Kirk Cousins is over
Oh
him, bro.
my god.
The MVP race is rooted in bias. 100%. Because
my God.
you got Tom Brady over him. He's been f***ing ass.
Over
You got
who? Tell us the odds.
You got Tom Brady at plus 8,000 over Geno Smith. Well, they have the same odds, plus 8,000, plus
How
8,000.
the
You got Kirk Cousins at plus 4,000 above Geno Smith. You got Justin Herbert at plus 2,500, who has not been great by any means. Joe Burrow at plus 1,600, who has been
been
better
good.
as of recently. And then you got Lamar Jackson at plus 1,200, who we know is electric and likely has a better chance to win MVP because of the things that he can do, but has been better or let me rephrase, has been worse than Geno Smith. Right now, when I look at this list, like you got Tua, who's at plus 8,000 as well, Daniel Jones at plus 8,000. Bro,
Geno Smith is way above that level too, and also those two guys should be higher than Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
also,
that's
crazy.
just based on history. It's like based on historical
Based on
statistics.
So what place is he in odds then? What place is Geno Smith in?
He's counting.
He is a pretty
14.
good
14.
Well, it's really 15, but there's 5 guys tied at plus 8,000. Here's my favorite one. Out of the 5 guys tied at plus 8,000 for MVP odds, which one has the best chance of winning the MVP right now? Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Tua Tagovailoa, Geno Smith, or Daniel Jones?
It's Geno Smith.
6 people, I guess.
It's Geno Smith.
Tua, because he has the best team around him.
Oh,
if they
maybe
start winning,
Tua. Maybe Tua.
They start winning and they can wrap something together for the end of the season. It's gonna be Tua.
You like that?
I
You
love
like
that. Kirk Cousins, tell me you like that. I love that. Yeah, it's just the Seattle.
It's
And also,
unfair, man. It's unfair.
are the Seattle Seahawks the most slept-on team in the NFL right now?
They're 5-3.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they
not
are.
going to be slept on for much longer though if they keep doing this.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
But
like
yeah, they're slept on. Everybody said they didn't have enough talent. They lost.
I thought they were going to be the worst team in football this year.
Yeah, I did too. I thought they were definitely gonna be one of the worst teams.
I thought they were
in
going to be
football.
like 2-15.
I mean, they
lost
came
a-
off a terrible season with Russell Wilson. And
Yeah, where he was hurt and they didn't perform. But that just shows what you do, what you can do when, it's different when your quarterback is hurt and your team still relies on that presence. Now when they don't have him, they have a full offseason without him. They can build an identity around something that's not Russell Wilson. And they've been able to do that. And Geno Smith is a part of the system. Like, he isn't the system. Russell Wilson always felt like the system. And he had DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett around him to make him, to help him out, really. Some toys there. But now it feels like a system that Geno Smith has bought into, DK bought into. Kenneth Walker looks like one of the best running backs in football. And Pete Carroll is, again, I feel like for a while, he was slept on. In the beginning of his tenure in Seattle, they gave him his credit. I feel like he was slept on for a while. And again, he's looking like one of the best coaches in the league.
I would say so.
So to close out, we think Geno Smith is a top 10 quarterback right now.
Yeah, and he
He's
should
a
be an
top
MVP
like
candidate.
6'7"
The
quarterback.
bias, bro.
That is crazy.
Brady and Rodgers ahead of him?
That's crazy. He's 14th, 15th.
The fact
That's
that Derek
crazy.
Carr is there.
Yeah, that's,
Look at the Raiders.
Dude, the Raiders are what? They have 1 win? 2 wins?
Bro, hold
2
on.
wins. They got blown out 24-0.
The Raiders are 2-5.
I think,
Geno's 5-3. Come
yeah.
on.
It's crazy, bro. Like we said, a little bit of full circle. Like we said at the very beginning, your coaching is everything.
Coaching is everything.
Coaching is everything. Geno gets put in the right situation. Pete Carroll's an all-time coach. Like
The
coaching is
2020,
everything.
it's beautiful, and we'll wrap it up here, is because the 2022 NFL season is finally in the full swing of, like, team matters. It's no longer, like, superstars are helpful, but if you're a team, you could win games in the NFL. And it's nothing new, but it's fine. Like, we're finally able to see it on a bigger scale, and I'm happy to see it. I'm rooting for the Seahawks. I'm rooting for Geno.
And just on that note, is there any merit to, because I saw a comment here, and I think I've seen it a few times, but talking about how great Pete Carroll is of a coach, is there any merit to him being even greater now and us starting to look back and seeing, wow, like, he's so good. We thought Russell Wilson was the reason the Seahawks were
It's
in
Pete Carroll.
contention, but it was
Yeah.
Pete Carroll the whole time.
So you're saying Russell Wilson's success?
He's a product of the system.
I don't know. I saw a couple comments, and they kind of.
Whoa,
Wait a
Russell Wilson was a product of the system?
He's-
Is that
I guess
what we're
he-
going into?
I was gonna say, I guess
Oh
Russell
my
Wilson's been a
God.
product of the system the whole time.
I hate to say it, bro.
I think it's
but it was a
hard-
valid comment. I'm like, I can't argue that. I mean, what we've
Yeah.
seen so far, it's like, look at Geno, man.
Oh my God! There's no way to
Yeah.
like calculate that. Like, there's no way to objectively look back and be like, yes, Russ's success was tied to Pete Carroll.
Is
But
there a reason that they? I should have ran the ball. That was a good counter argument. I was gonna say, is there a reason they threw the ball on the 1 yard line? Well, anyways, he did
Russ
that.
audibled out. I don't know. Russ always wants to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll looking like one of the best coaches in the NFL, if not the best.
All
Shout
right.
out to
Well,
Seahawks.
thank you for listening to this episode of Caps Off.
was
Don't
a good
forget
one.
to
Happy Halloween. Go
Happy
trick-or-treating
Halloween.
today.
Like, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Eat candy.
Join the Discord.
Join the
What else
Discord.
we got? Follow our socials, all that stuff.
Socials, Caps Off Pod on Instagram, Caps Off Podcast on TikTok.
Come join
sir.
our Discord. Let's talk
Go on,
shit.
go on YouTube too. Subscribe.
We need you on
Yeah.
YouTube, actually.
please.
Come everywhere.
Yo, peace.
Have fun trick-or-treating. Do you think Tyreek and Jalen Waddle are the greatest wide receiver duo in NFL history? I know I do. And if you do, go to thegameday.shop. You can get shirts like this.